Morning light stretched across the driveway, slicing through the blinds in sharp lines. The SUV sat there, crumpled metal and scattered glass, the mute accusation in the quiet. I froze, staring at the mess. It wasn't my car. It wasn't even mine to lose. But the tension wrapped tight around my chest as Mom's voice cut through the stillness. "Stop accusing her," she snapped. I said nothing. I didn't argue. My sister hovered near the door, eyes wide, hands fiddling with her sleeves. She hadn't expected me to stay silent, and for a moment, I wondered if she even understood the weight of what she'd done. The memory of 3 a.m. rose unbidden. I'd heard the soft click of keys sliding from the hook in the hallway, the quiet rustle of someone leaving the house. I had imagined it was just restlessness, not recklessness, a passing mischief that would fizzle out. I'd underestimated her. Inside, I wrestled with my own moral compass. Speak up, make her own her actions, or stay silent. Preserve the fragile equilibrium of the family. The scales tipped back and forth with each heartbeat. Loyalty demanded forgiveness. Accountability demanded honesty. A knock at the door startled both of us. The neighbor, blur-eyed from the early hour, had come to check on the noise and the damage. Mom's voice rose defensively, a storm trying to hide the fracture beneath. My attention, however, rested on the quiet acknowledgement in the neighbor's eyes, the external validation of what I already knew. The power shift was subtle but undeniable. I remembered other times, small incidents that had slipped away without consequence. Plates dropped, promises broken, small lies passed off as oversight. The pattern was familiar, almost ritualistic. My sister's actions were not new. What was new was my recognition, the slow, deliberate understanding that silence could be strategic. Mom busied herself with insurance forms, barking instructions, showing the visible authority she held. I stayed near the doorway, observing. The shift was quiet but effective. For once, she noticed my composure, my calm, my awareness. Authority was present in a way that didn't need loud words. My sister looked at me, perhaps searching for anger, blame, a verbal lash. I gave her nothing, only the steady weight of my attention. Guilt flickered in her eyes. Or maybe it was just fear, but the effect was enough. My leverage was in stillness, in noticing without shouting, in letting reality speak for itself. By the time the insurance adjuster arrived, tension had settled into a fragile truce. The SUV remained in the driveway, a physical marker of recklessness, a reminder of what happens when loyalty and accountability collide. I could feel the subtle recognition that I had chosen the higher ground, not through confrontation, but through restraint. The day unfolded quietly. Dishes clattered in the kitchen. Mom muttered under her breath. My sister hovered at the edges of conversation. I stayed in the living room drinking coffee, letting the silence carry the message that I had seen, I had understood, and I would not be drawn into the usual cycle of blame and avoidance. Nothing was solved. No dramatic apologies, no sudden moral awakening. The SUV was wrecked. Responsibility remained partially acknowledged. Family loyalty was still a complicated, sometimes suffocating force. And yet in that quiet victory, I felt something shift, not triumph, not relief, just the calm certainty that I had chosen my own course amid the noise of expectation and habit. Outside the sun climbed higher, the shadows lengthened on the driveway, casting the twisted metal in sharp relief. Inside I sipped my coffee, letting the moment settle. Power had moved subtly. Authority had made itself known, and I had chosen stillness over chaos. Quietly, irreversibly, I had regained my dignity without spectacle, without the need to punish. The day went on. The SUV remained in the driveway. Mom busied herself. My sister lingered, and I, watching, learning, waiting, carried the calm knowledge that family loyalty and personal accountability could coexist not perfectly, not neatly, but in the subtle dance of attention, restraint, and silent consequence.